Hey guys and gals, this is Alex Olson with Exchange Commercial Real Estate here in Kansas City, and I'm coming at you with another multifamily minute. And today is Wednesday, August 23rd. We're going to take a look at everything that's come on the market and maybe even some things that I think are good deals and great deals. In fact, there's actually a lot of great deals out there. I think it's a matter of finding what works for you at this time. I mean, the focus, of course, is always on the interest rate and current interest rate and the headlines of, people can't afford anything. Why would you buy now? All that kind of stuff. But if you look back and you talk to some of the most successful investors, they buy in any market and they also buy a lot when others aren't buying. So your competition right now is much less than it has been in the past. So now's a great time to dive in deep to a lot of these different deals, see if they work, see if they're positive cash flow based on what you're getting. Reach out to brokers like myself, find out what are good banks are that can actually get you rates in the sevens and in the low sevens in many cases with 25% down or so, depending on where you're located. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look at LoopNet. So LoopNet here, this is over the last, actually technically over the last 2 weeks, what's come on market. We already talked a lot about Oakwood Gardens in the past, which is this deal here. This is 60 units. No, it's actually 50 units. Yeah, we talked about this last time, right? So this is 50 units. It's mislabeled here for 3.25 million. It's closer to 60,000 a unit. Cap rate on that, I think, is interesting. I don't think that is 100% accurate, but it is a decent in-place cap rate. Let's say it's at 7 or better. That's pretty dang good. Now, the location is not something that is a Class A location, but standard workforce housing here in Kansas City, Kansas. I'm not going to talk about this too much more. We talked about it a lot last time. So let's skip over here to the Concourse Apartments, which is in the historic Northeast. I can't comment too much on historic Northeast. I don't do a ton of business up in there. I tend to stay away from that area. Just from there's a lot of opportunity there for the right kind of buyer, the right investor. For me and a lot of the clients that I have, we typically don't do a lot of transactions in this location. Okay. However, talking about that, if you're paying any attention to the Kansas City Royals, the developments that occurred within the last couple of days, actually yesterday, they announced where the two locations of the Kansas City Royals baseball stadium will be. One of the two locations possible is over here in this little pocket called the East Village. So this area is close to that. Now they're putting in, if this goes through, $2 billion worth of development just in this area, including the stadium. So there's going to be all sorts of economic drivers, people wanting to get closer and closer to this area. So that's something to consider when you're looking at anything up here in the historic Northeast and Paseo West, Forgotten Homes area. All right. Okay, so let's zoom back out, make sure we've got everything covered here. Nothing else new in the last couple of weeks in LoopNet, which is a commercial style MLS, I guess, if you will, that a lot of people call it. So let's head on over to the MLS powered Zillow. And this is everything here that's new in the last 7 days. Again, there's always a lot of repeats because of when brokers put things on, which platform, so to speak. But this is everything new that's come on here. And there's a couple of interesting ones. We just actually talked about this one down here, so I'm not going to talk about it again. So let's get past that. And then we have this property here in Independence, which I took a look at, and it says it's got a lot of new things, so to speak. It's close to downtown Independence. I think from my perspective, unless they have really great rents on this, let's say $1,200 a month in rent, this could be maybe not what you're looking for from a great deal perspective. So it's 8 units for $1 million, probably a little strong. Maybe there's a price in there that they would offer, that they would accept. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at the Independence market. Then we have another 2 properties in Independence. This one here sorry, this one here is an Independence. The other one is not. But this one, I believe, is a series of townhouses. We may have talked about it on LoopNet as well. But this is, we got townhouses for 3.5 million. That's a pretty good deal for just in general speaking. These ones do not have garages, which is, would be ideal if they had garages. But if each one of these are rented for $1,200 a month, or maybe they can be, it could be an interesting opportunity. I do love the duplex, fourplex style packages. I believe these are all duplexes, so you only have one neighbor, so you're getting into that affordable territory of what people like. And sometimes these things go for $300,000 a duplex, even in Independence, with the right kind of rents and the right kind of location. So take a look at it, see where the rents are at, see where the rents you think you can go, and we can obviously take that down together and see if it's going to be a great fit for you. All right, zooming back out, let's take a look at this other one here down in Grandview, another townhouse style complex. This one is 10 townhouses again. However, these ones have garages and they're bigger. They look like they're 2 stories, got vaulted ceilings. It's in Grandview. My opinion is it's a growing submarket. Well, that's not my opinion. That's a fact. It's a growing submarket compared to Independence, which is not a growing submarket. Side note, Independence has had about 100 to 110,000 people living there for about the last 50 years. Grandview, on the other hand, was maybe 20, 30,000, and now it's getting up into the 35, 40, maybe even larger than that. I haven't looked recently, but I do know that a lot of people are moving to Grandview, and it's a growing economy. They're due to the intermodals that are down south, a lot of blue collar jobs, a lot of engineering jobs. So it's a growing population. But as you can see, these are townhouses, garages, have been updated at least at some point. So I like these style of properties quite a bit. Now, this is a package that they're all 3-bedroom units. So you're going to have your longer term tenants in here. So I do like this from a lot of different angles from an investor standpoint. So crunching the numbers here, of course, these are probably built in, 70s, maybe the 80s. It looks like. So take a look, see if there's something within this package that you like. But I do like these townhouse style packages, and could be some good opportunities. So there, again, as I was talking about, there are a lot of good opportunities here on the open market. It's just a matter of diving deep into them, seeing what's really available, putting offers out there. Don't be afraid to put offers in there. Now, don't come in and ask a bunch of crazy questions like, will I do seller finance for the next 10 years at 3%? No, they're not going to do that. Multifamily is not the office submarket. Most of the time, 99 out of 100, these sellers don't need to sell, maybe even 999 out of 1,000. So be respectful to everyone's time, and be realistic with your numbers, but also don't be afraid to put in offers. Okay, so that's everything here on the MLS and LoopNet and Zillow and everything else that's new to the market in Kansas City for the week of August 23rd. I'm Alex Olson. I'd love to hear from you if you're an active investor, you want to be an active multifamily investor here in Kansas City, or if you have a 1031 exchange deadline, we've got opportunity for you in Kansas City, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.